This pre-season tour here of the States is brought to you by Oxford Natural and Gowan Loud, your friends.
Oxford Natural.
And I tell you what,
yes.
They are not playing about, you are not playing about.
No.
You can scan the QR code on the screen to get 70% off.
Do it now. I'm optimized.
Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to United View, man. We are here in Chicago for the second leg of pre-season tour, man. It's starting to hot up. Going to go to our second game. Had to catch up with Rio. Rio, we've been meaning to get you on for a hot minute, so big up for coming through, man.
Always,
it's about
always.
time,
How you
man.
doing?
I'm good. Like, obviously, last season was a disgrace, which we all know. But I just want to get straight into it and just talk priorities, because a lot of our community, they've been like, it's 9. I'm big on the 6 thing. I'm worried for Bruno. I don't want him to become a scapegoat because the compatibility with, because it's a 2, I'm not sure about it unless we go get one. Some people in the chat are like, listen, Flex, man, goalkeeper, man, has to start there, etc., etc. First of all, off the bat, what is the next? We've obviously got Cunha and Buma. What is the priority from here?
I think now we've got Cunha and Bowman. That's like you've added 35, 40 goals to the team. We scored 42 goals last year. So that's a lot of goals, hopefully, that can be transferred to this team. Premier League experience. So before those 2 came in, I was like, need a number 9, 100%, that's the be all and end all, before anything. I'm less kind of thinking, well, we have to get a 9 now. If we got one, I think it's great, and I think it all depends the price as well and the type. But I'm like a number 6 as well, for different reasons. A player who can play that role, who can receive the ball and transfer it through the team from the deep line position. And I've been shouting Baleba for the last
he'd be perfect.
He would be perfect for that, but whether you get him or not. But I think he would be great. If you got Baleba and a 9, bro, I'll be absolutely delighted. But it's there's a lot of if, buts and maybes there.
I just worry that Bruno, it's a big decision from Ruben that to go, right, obviously Bruno is incredible in the 10, that's his position, with left 10, right 10, normal 10, whatever, to say, right, you're going to go one back. If anyone can do it and still show that I'm here to put numbers on the board, I don't care what's going on, it's Bruno. He essentially done it last year, started off bad, and in the end, he ends up putting numbers on the board. But because there's going to be so much emphasis on Cunha and Bruma, I'm just worried that, Bruno should have gone Saudi, we should have 100 million rebuild the squad. The narrative just changes really quickly. And I just don't know about pulling up at the Emirates, you know what I mean, against Zubimendi, flipping Rice and Odegaard with a midfield 2 of Bruno and Casemiro, or Bruno and Kobie, or Bruno and Guy.
I'm looking at it like this is in the ideal world. We've had a pre-season, the manager's got to see and know the players better, the players are fitter. They've been working on a training field. They know the system better again. They've had more time with the manager to understand more. The new players are now integrating. They're going to need time. But I'd like to think that we don't go to the likes of the Emirates or Etihad, where the teams are going to be up at the top of the league, or in Liverpool, etc., and be open sesame.
Yeah, you can't.
If we go there and we're a compact team and we play in the right way, then those big spaces that you're worrying about around that midfield area become condensed and less exposed.
Which is actually what he did a bit of last year. We went to Anfield, when we went to Arsenal in the FA Cup.
So if you can replicate that and do that, then I think it negates that worry. But again, if we become open and a transitional team, then it doesn't matter who's in there, Bruno or not. With the profile of player we've got in there, we get opened up and run over.
Yeah, you can't do it. I hear you on that one. I hear you. The second priority, or a lot of people's top priority, is the number 9. See the latest report saying that listen, we've presented our case to Benjamin Sesko. He has to choose between Newcastle United and Man United, so it's not even a question of, do you think it will happen? That's more of a difficult question. It looks like a 50-50 now because we're actually in the race. But a lot of people, Ollie Watkins, Premier League proven, ready to go, knows where the back of the net is, no settling in period. Is Benjamin Sesko the sort of profile that we should be entering the chat for big money as well? Or actually, this kid was about to go to Arsenal. this kid's been highly tipped. He's ready to make that step. He's stayed in Germany for a couple of years instead of leaving, and now he's ready.
I think he's a very good footballer, Sesko, and I can see why clubs are looking at him to play. He's a great striker. The ball moves well. But my thing has been the whole in this recruitment season has been that we've got 3 inexperienced strikers, number 9s, all different. Cheeto, Hoyland, Xerxes. Who are they learning off? When the chips are down, who are they looking at for inspiration? Who are they looking at for guidance? Who are they looking at for what to do in these situations that they're inevitable, they're going to happen? And then you're going to add another one, a young one, inexperienced, has to adapt to the Premier League, has to adapt to UK, England, etc. So I see a lot of risks with him in that sense, what I wouldn't necessarily see with Watkins in terms of playing the Premier League, understands the league, knows what's expected, played at the top level as well, internationally as well for a period of time, and has impacted his Premier League. And I look at that, if you had Watkins with the 3 other attackers that we have in the team and the squad now who we've recruited, and along with Ahmad, that's a hard day's work for any opposing defenders. I don't think teams are sleeping as easy as they have been against Man United when you're playing against them 3.
I agree.
So I think with that being said, and the economics, it's a lot cheaper for him, I think, to get a Watkins.
Yeah, what do you? Because what do you think would be a Villa asking price off the dome?
I think 45, 50 mil probably would be what they'd want,
enough.
which is a lot of money for a 30-year-old. But
Do you buy into that? You see that thing of when you hit 30, especially now on social. Nah, don't give him that because when he's 32, he's going to be done out. Like he's going to be finished.
I think that's changed now, though.
Especially with strikers.
Yeah, I think that the game's changed. Yeah, the game's changed now. I think that Ronaldo and the likes of Messi have had a big influence on this next generation of players that are looking after themselves better. They last longer now, playing a lot of football. And I think Watkins falls into that category. You've got to look at the background. What's he like? He works hard. Off the field, he's not crazy. He's going to have at least another 2 or 3 good seasons at the top.
Exactly.
So, again, we're not people handling the checkbook, but I would go 45 million, 50 million for someone like Watkins now. I'm going to get 2 or 3 good seasons out of him, and the younger players can learn from him as well. That'll do for me.
Yeah, no, I hear that. I'm all on Watkins. Sesko, look, we're at the table, so we'll see what happens. If he does come here, he is an exciting prospect, and he's a good footballer. And if you couple that with Bruno and Cunha, who you say who's he going to learn off, you can learn off them too.
If he just, if Sesko, the thing is this: if Sesko comes in and transfers what he's been doing for Leipzig, then you go, yeah, man. Yeah. But it's not guaranteed.
Nah,
do you know what I mean? There's a lot of risk to it. We don't know. Could it be another Hoyland who hasn't been able to adapt and etc. So it's difficult. But again, this is why the likes of Jason Wilcox and Omar are they're in the positions they're in to make these big decisions.
Ruben, listen, I really like him, like the charisma, the character. I think most people do. But he says it, he's told us, like, I need results. And he said in the presses, listen, I think it was in the San Memes, it was after the Europa League. He sat there and he goes, I don't know why you guys are supporting me. Like, I'm embarrassed almost, like I'm not gonna just tell you why you should. I just know I need to prove it. We've seen the fixtures now, and you know how quickly things can turn. Yes, this is the off-season, after an awful season, so the calm is there. You kick off against Arsenal and take a drumming, you then go to Fulham and don't win, then you got Burnley at home, then after that break, the international break is what? City away, Chelsea home. Mate, them first 5 games, hard. How quickly has Ruben got to ensure that we get results?
Well, you've got to see something. Because again, like it's the media, the fan base, already in a depressive state. And if you start bad, then all of the good stuff that we're talking about in terms of recruitment and whatnot can be quickly undone. So a good start is vital. But we need to not only a good in terms of results, but you need to you want to see the patterns being transferred from the training ground to the pitch as well. So. Again, like with the way the fixtures have come out, it's not great. It's not great, but it's going to be a tough start.
It is, and I'm just worried that if we don't again start well in them first 5 to 10 games, you start to create the narrative exists or continues from last season. And actually, last person I want to ask you about is Kobie Mainoo, because I know what you're saying, build the team around him. See when you're saying that, How do you think Ruben views his role? Where do you think he views his role? And people forget as well that Kobie hasn't been healthy for a whole season. You know what I mean? That first season, he got injured against Real Madrid in the pre-season, out to the October, made his debut, went all the way to the Euros. Last year, kicked off, injured, manager changes, not quite working, injured, then it's just focused on Europa League, then we lost. So he hasn't had that continuity. So how do you see where the manager sees him, and what do you think Kobie should be doing to be banging down that door to say, you need to find a spot for me?
I think it's an important season for Kobie. I think, but he's got so much talent. It's like it has to be a way to get him in the team, but he's got to demand that through performance. And what I liked the other day was his interception, and then he passed it to Bruno for the goal.
That's the things Ruben's looking at, isn't it?
And what? Not every player can be. It doesn't matter how you play it. I can be great. Yeah. And I think Kobie, it falls into the category of he needs the pieces around him and the system to help him benefit and play. And he needs a system and a team that are playing in smaller areas, because he's one of the best at receiving and in tight areas, etc. But not only that, without the ball, the tighter the area, he won't get exposed, and in terms of mobility. And the team play like that and more condensed, then I think that you see a better Kobie Mainoo, and I think that's the manager's job to find a way of playing like that to help him, because some players do need that. And I don't think that's a slant on him at all. It's just the way facts of the matter. It's the way it is. But yeah, I think he can be a huge asset, because you've got to think about it from an opposition's point of view. Him bobbing and weaving and being able to turn and then transfer the ball to the higher end of the pitch, it's hard to play against that. Do you know what I mean? But he needs the pieces around him and the system to help that.
Yeah, no, I agree. Predictions, last. Where we going? What are we doing?
7th or 8th, I'll be happy. I'll be happier.
So people go, oh man, United, well, you're for 15, bro.
It's where we're at, bro.
That's innit. That's the facts of where we are.
Yeah, it's where we are.
And is that with the window as if it's shut now?
I'd still say 8th, more 8th than 7th. But if we get a number 9, it's more 7th than 8th.
Are you dreaming do you reckon we can a bit higher?
No, I'm being realistic, man. I'm not going.
Some people ain't realistic on this channel.
I ain't looking to be a meme.
Yeah, you've been there before.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, listen, Rio. Big up, man. We'll catch up again.
Yeah,
we go again, guys. Smash the like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I don't need to tell you to subscribe to Rio Reacts. Come on, you've already done that.